Good evening, this is Stormcastle from Stormcastle's Comics Collectibles, and I've been asked in my comments, to show off books in my collection, for my collection, and what do I have in my collection. So, if you like this type of content, like, comment. If you want to see more, subscribe, please. A little bit about me is I've been collecting comics for about 42 years. And I've had a large collection over the years, and then I've sold a whole bunch of it off. And about 6 years ago, I went down to just a few books, and then about 4 years ago, I jumped back in. So now I'm trying to rebuild my collection back to things that I had before. So it's a long kind of build back up. But I want to show off some things I have, so we're going to start off with what I have for the Uncanny X-Men. These don't include any facsimile copies. These are the real things, and so far what I got for kind of important books important for me. It starts off with X-Men 121. I need a 120, which is the first Alpha Flight. This is the first Battle of the X-Men versus Alpha Flight. The other one, some people say it's a cameo, but this is the actual first full-on fight, and I think at some point Alpha Flight's going to be in the MCU. So I'm trying to get them before they actually go shooting up. This is the third appearance of Vindicator. Well, originally it was Weapon Alpha, but now it's Vindicator. So I got this. I need to track down the other ones, and that's my goals. My short/long-term goals. So next is 139, which is the third appearance. Takes me to the third appearance of Alpha Flight. Third issue of Alpha Flight. First appearance of Heather McDonald Hudson. Kitty Pryde joins the X-Men, sees it off. And number 140, which is continuing that Alpha Flight story, which very important book for me to get. And I know everybody's like, oh, 141. I don't have a copy of 141 or 142 yet. For me, honestly, getting the Alpha Flight books were more important, which I know. I do want to get the 141 and 142. But then, I was like, I had set goals of trying to buy the Starjammer stuff, because for me, the 80s, early 80s X-Men to like 85, 86 were always kind of big for me. There's the Claremont ones I love the most. So 150, 154. So a little bit of jump. I need to get the rest of them. 156. I need 155 because it's Enter the Starjammers. 158. Early Rogue appearance. This is a lower grade copy. As you can see, when I actually figure out how my comic press, we have a book to try pressing comics to train with it. Hopefully it'll honestly take some of that out, but it's a placeholder for now. Issue 160, Belasco, where Liana becomes older, setting up for all the New Mutant stuff. I love that cover. I actually got this on a really good deal. 162 with the Brood. I honestly hope we get to see the Brood in live action at some point. That would be awesome. Be a nice way for them to differentiate where they're going to. 163 gets a lower grade copy that I picked up. Didn't pay the $7 for it. Actually, it was like, oh, it's everything that spins are half price. But 164 first binary. Well, glad to see. We of course saw Maria Rambeau at the end of Marvel's. Again, it's a lower grade copy. I need to get a better copy, but it's a copy for now. 165, great more Brood storyline. I'll jump to 168, and then 169 where we get the Morlocks. 170, I love that classic cover. I've got both versions, direct and newsstand copy, which is a bit more there. 171, First Rogue. I remember when this was in the box of cereal. They were like, send coupons in the 80s, and they would have sent this to you, which is kind of funny to think about now. 172 is The Wedding. 173 here in Japan, Wedding getting called off. 174, which sets up a great storyline, which actually is one of the books that was in my top 10 80s books that are at reasonable price. Amazing issue with Madeline and Dark Phoenix, and it was a great book. And then after it's also The Wedding of Cyclops. Then after this is X-Men 175. That's an amazing cover. I remember actually first finding this in bags, 3-pack bags at a Zare. And then X-Men 177. Pull the next step back up. Because of Brotherhood, that deals with Brotherhood mutants. So you got here X-Men 178. Another good Brotherhood mutant storyline. Kitty Pryde disappears in the prior issues and looks like she's dead. X-Men 179, more Warlock stuff. 180, Kitty has it out with Storm. And this is in the X-Men just before they go to the Secret Wars. I love this costume, and I love seeing Storm in this. In X-Men 97. Not that I don't mind, I love it, classic costume, but I love Punk Rock Storm. 181, when the X-Men come back. 182, where Rogue kind of seems to cross the line, gets set up, which leads for so many bad things. I only have 2 copies of this book. I didn't even realize I had 2 copies of it. X-Men 183, Colossus gets in a bare knuckle brawl with Juggernaut in a bar. This is a great book. It's fun. This book is incredible. It's a great read. 185, where Storm loses her powers. 186, Rachel's come back in time. 187, 188 is when Rachel's made contact with the X-Men, and I'm trying to get all the Rachel books. This is my goal, is to get all of Rachel in the X-Men. We get to see the alternate future. It's 188, 190, which is Cullen Goth. 191, which has the beginning of where Nimrod comes. We get the first kind of see Nimrod. You get 192, 193. I got this fairly recently. I was glad to pick it up. It's first Firestar. Rogue's got that really weird haired style. It's a pretty good book. 194, the X-Men fight Nimrod. I need 195, but I got 196. I showed this off the other day on a short. We can see more of Rachel's timeline. 199, where Rachel gets her powers. Looking at a 200 and 201. But, Secret Wars 2 stuff against the Beyonder. Versus Freedom Force, because the Brotherhood of Unions have joined up from the Freedom Force. And then at this point, next 209, 209 is when Rachel leaves the X-Men because of Wolverine. 211, Mutant Massacre. Of course, the first Wolverine Sabretooth. Not chronologically in comics, but what we actually see. Of course, there's that amazing cover that everybody likes. And 215. And then jumps up to 220. That's not in the right spot. Oh, I got some more stuff. some reason. Got a couple books out of order here. Anyways. That's where it belongs. This is Fall of the Mutants. Great sets up. I like this team with Longshot and Dazzler and Havoc, Colossus. The Fall of the Mutants starts off the beginning. 226, 227. In X Factor, which I don't have, is where you see the first Archangel. Death. And then they go to 229, and when they end up. I do have a copy of 228, but it's really battered, and I keep it not in collection, but it's over on the other side of my desk in a pile of books that I need to buy new copies of because it's fairly dog-eared, and I got it ridiculously cheap. But anyways, 229, 231, where Colossus goes and saves Magic, setting up the seeds of Inferno. And speaking of Inferno, I actually had picked these up. 240, 241, 242. I had actually picked these up months before X-Men. I picked them up last year, and now they're all jumped up. Really need to pick up the last couple parts of it. Kind of waiting for them to go down a bit, so they won't be as expensive. People are still 247, where they start going into Siege Perilous. I have a 240. I have 249 in my pile of to read books. 250, 252, and 253. I have a few more which are much higher numbers, but I just want to show off some of the X-Men I've got. The other ones I've got out of packs. I have a stack of books that I have gotten that I haven't finished reading yet, so they've not been filed. But inside them I have that I bought something in. Here it is. This pack. I actually have 249 that someone had given me as an extra book with something I bought off eBay, which is always nice when somebody throw in an extra book, especially when they don't even know that you need it. So, but anyways, I just wanted to show off some of the X-Men things I have. This is just the Uncanny X-Men stuff I have. I have a whole bunch of more modern things, but I honestly thought the people prefer the older books. See the older things I have, from the 80s, or in case we get to when we do the Avengers, 60s and 70s. So, but I just want to show off the Uncanny X-Men stuff. X-Men are popular right now. Honestly, I understand why. I'm really enjoying Fall of Mutants, and I've enjoyed the Krakoan era Arrow stuff, and I'm kind of looking, see the interesting where it's going to go from here. Everybody has their thoughts. I'm excited, but like I said, I just want to show off these X books I had, and if you enjoyed this, let me know. Again, like the video if you like it, comment if you want to see more. I've shown off some of my Cat Marvel stuff. I've actually pulled more of my cosmic stuff out. And show off what I've got since then, including all the Warlock things I've got. Doctor Strange, I have a bunch of that. Some old floors and things. But anyways, just wanted to show off something that people had asked what I had. And here it is. If you like the video, comment if you want to see more, and subscribe so you can see more content if you've enjoyed this. I have some nice videos planned. I've got a couple of things I want to go over recently. And I have a box of cards that I bought recently that should be here in the next couple of days from the 90s. I'm going to open and go through, and I'm excited about looking at again some cards that I enjoyed back from you guys. Anyways, this is Stormcastle telling you to keep hunting what you like, whatever makes you happy. Have a good one.